They did a song
Annie Lennox,
Sweet.
yes. Not Annie Cox, Annie Lennox, but yes. Annie Lennox and Dave Stewart. They weren't married, then they got divorced, but they stayed together as a band.
See?
Oh, I was asking because Apollo 13 soundtrack.
We are live. Yes, I should have warned you.
I was saying, so Apollo 13, the film, the soundtrack has Annie Lennox like doing that like humming, like if you ever watched the movie and you listen to the soundtrack, it's that.
You know what the song is?
It's not a song. It's background vocals. That's what it is.
Huh. I'll have to check that out. I've never seen the movie. I'll have to check that out.
She does background.
I'm a big fan. When I was growing up, I wanted to be Annie Lennox, or Linda Ronstadt, or Karen Carpenter. One of the three.
I love Ronstadt. She has really beady eyes.
Oh,
Racist.
We're joking. Or I'm sure John Brockman is joking. So like,
I am.
Yeah,
Of course I am.
But I don't think so. But I mean, your impression, my impression, whatever. So, yeah, her album when she came out was what was it? Rockin' the USA, something like that. Something USA or USA something. She was on roller skates. In the picture of the album, and it's like I want to be her. This is before I even admitted to myself that I was trans.
And several trans women has like gone through this like thing before. It's like when they see like a woman in like a movie or a comic or like a video game or something like that, and they look at them and they think, I don't know if I want to be her or date her. And it's just like, for some of them, it is both.
Right, it's both. The one that broke my egg on lesbianism was Lucy Lawless, and I made a comment to that effect years ago in one of the Facebook pages that I no longer frequent because they're jackasses.
Oh, yeah.
But they're like, well, Lucy's gay for everybody, so, it's no, I was fine, cool, Danny with them until they had a member who is a cop show herself in a uniform, which, whatever, that's her choice, okay?
Yeah.
But they were just falling all over themselves over her, drooling on her, and I'm like, no, I'm out of here. Fuck y'all.
ACAB?
Yep.
Which is a nice way to segue into the title of this week's video. Ice did a murder.
Yeah.
Or as I like to call it, Ice killed a white man.
Yep. Ice killed a white lady.
Killing people all along, so, So
yeah, because they've killed, like 41 people just
this year?
The span of, well, like less than a month, right?
Yep.
Right.
But this time, the officer himself caught it on video and then leaked it to the right-wing press in the belief that it would exonerate him.
Which was funny because it did.
It absolutely does not.
Actually, I think
you're breaking up.
What? Huh?
Like,
Who is?
No,
I think that must be you
then. Got a sign that says my internet connection is unstable.
There it is.
Oh, so it's just like me.
No, it's just you, unfortunately. But as I was saying, like I think the reason why, like, if we're talking about the shooting of like Renee Gold as well too, the reason why like the ICE they leaked that video out of from the officer's perspective of shooting, killing, and murdering Renee Gold as well too, is not to like exonerate them. It's to show to their base, the MAGA crowd, look, this woman is not one of us. She is not
She's
American.
a lesbian.
Like them. So it's like, even
she's
though
a lesbian, she's a protester, she was trying to kill him, blah 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 blah.
Which is why it's okay for like, yeah, exactly. It's just like, but
5 of the last, I think it was 41 people in the last year, okay, that were killed by ICE were Asian people.
Yeah.
Being in part of the model minority will not save you.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard the story of Viola Luso? She was like a white woman who was killed in the civil rights era for defending black people's rights to vote. Have you guys heard of that story?
I'm pretty sure that one of the people who killed her was an FBI informant. And just to prove that Wikipedia is full of shit, No, the FBI were not investigating the KKK. They were using the KKK because they gave him an alibi.
Right. Yes. There are a few other cases like Joey and I have talked about with the FBI, haven't we?
Yep.
Involving Leonard Peltier.
Oh yeah, I just over the holidays, like Margaret Killjoy reran some like old episodes of like cool people who did cool stuff, and like Margaret Killjoy talked about like the Lakota resistance as well too. Not only in like the 1800s with like the badass dude Crazy Horse as well too, but then also up to like current day. And she talked a lot about like Leonard Peltier and like what he's got like falsely accused of as well too. Like, and also I heard like Margaret Killjoy quoted from like a certain person that like someone here knows, John Fire Lame Deer as well too.
Yeah, I wanted. That was why I asked him on when I saw that picture for him to elaborate because I've never seen that.
John Fire Lame Deer and like MLK.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Peltier, you know, he spent almost a half a century in prison.
Yeah.
For a crime that the FBI admitted that he didn't commit.
Yep.
They just wanted him to rat on somebody. He's like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all.
That's consistent with Leonard Peltier. He's not going to turn over.
And then you have, I go into further detail on it, but then you have Crispy Gnome. I will always call her Crispy, or, you know, Dog Shooter number 3. That now is saying things like, you know, the American public should be, what was the phrase she used? The American public should be prepared to show their citizenship.
You don't have to.
Right? I don't have to show shit. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you this.
Oh, you can't hear it? Let me turn it up for you.
Mono stereo.
Or like on some of the bloopers on I love Whose Line Is It Anyway, and anytime I'm feeling a little down, they have playlists on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And I don't care how many times I've seen them, they still literally make me laugh out loud and crack me up. And there's one where Ryan Stiles is like digging in his shirt pocket and he goes like this. And then what's his name? Drew Carey is like
I always and I know some of us don't like Chevy Chase in this group, but I'm always partial to Chevy Chase from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, where he's like, "Look, kids, a deer," and he just like flicks. Yeah.
You know, and the thing is, with some things, you can like the art and not the artist. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean you should separate them. Okay, which is why I don't watch any Chevy Chase shit anymore. Okay,
yeah, fair.
It doesn't mean you have to separate them. With some things, you can like the art, the National Lampoon, and you know, but then you know.
The rampant sexism of National
You also have to look at it. For example, there's a lot of stuff that may seem funny at the time, but in retrospect, like Animal House and Revenge of the Nerds was very bigoted.
Oh,
all the rape, all the racism.
Yeah.
Ton of racism and queerphobia and misogyny and whatever.
And also bigoted against fraternities.
I mean, if you watch National Lampoon, like, where the misogyny is in this movie is, you can tell.
Yeah, and I agree. Like, and I agree, Trey. That like some people like Jackie Chan as like an artist. I love Jackie Chan as an artist. When I found out that he disowned his lesbian daughter and that caused his lesbian daughter in China to be homeless, it's like, oh yeah. And then
fuck Jackie Chan.
Yes, exactly.
I didn't know he did that. Fuck him too.
This is my first time hearing about it.
Yeah. So it's just so now you can have like you have to like make a choice for yourself and stuff like that. Well, I'm going to continue supporting like Jackie Chan's like stuff after hearing that, and that's up to like each individual person. If like
and
that's
your pros again.
Just for that, I'm going to go watch the movie Saving Face.
I mean,
which is a lesbian Chinese American rom-com.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, I don't really watch a lot of movies, so it's okay. I mean, that's fucked up that he did that, but I don't really watch much of his movies.
But it makes it more understandable why a Jackie Chan movie played in Oklahoma with that bigoted superintendent.
Ryan
Ryan Walters, I think his name is.
Walters, I think it was Waters or Walters. I think it might have been Walters. Yeah.
He's no longer the superintendent. Now he works for an anti-union union.
That's because he got caught with porn.
That was the Jackie Chan movie.
Could have been. He got caught with porn playing on his computer.
I mean, it's fucked up that he couldn't accept his lesbian daughter. I mean, that's at the very end, like, you may not like her lifestyle, whatever the fuck that means, but at least like he's your daughter, like she's your daughter, man. It's just like
that word.
You're supposed to love your
horseshit.
kids unconditionally.
Yep.
But that word means horseshit. There's no such thing as, if you're there are trans conservatives.
Yep.
And not
Caitlyn
just
Jenner.
No, there are morons who are trans.
Right. Okay. And being trans isn't a lifestyle. Being gay isn't a lifestyle. Being queer
It's just who you are.
isn't a lifestyle.
Being black isn't a lifestyle.
just like there's no autistic life. Well, to be fair, there is an autistic lifestyle.
Okay, trains aren't a lifestyle; they're a life.
I think it's more like an autistic culture.
Yeah,
Sure.
It's like black people have a culture. Queer people have cultures, but
Oh, well, John. Black people do have cultures, but I've never really felt really welcomed in a lot of black spaces, so I just made my own black culture. That's what I did.
Yeah, make blurb culture, black nerd culture as well too. Yeah,
Blurred is a title in, I don't know, probably at least 5 or 6 pages that I follow on Facebook.
Yeah. The thing,
It's a thing.
the thing with me.
There's one I'll have to link it to. Isaac, I'll give you the link for. It's also non-toxic, but although that's not in the title, but it is
non-toxic Blurred would be such an awesome TV show.
It has to do with comics and comic movies, like the Avengers or whatever. Okay.
Oh yeah.
From a black perspective, and it's a really cool Facebook page to follow. I'll have to send it to you.
The problem with me and Blurreds is that it's like I've never experienced racism though in my life, so our connection would just be, I don't know.
The nerdy
I
stuff,
think
which
you may not have recognized that you were experiencing racism in your life, because you cannot get through this life being black or brown,
especially
and
not in fucking Florida.
Racism.
especially not then in the USA, and especially not Florida. Let's not exonerate the blue states because
Especially not in Florida. Jeez.
Yes, but also let's not exonerate the blue states because like the liberals can still be like racist too, like that Minnesota nice.
Yeah, not all the bigotry and ignorance is in the South. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
No.
Remember, Derek Chauvin killed a man up its north.
I mean, Dr.
2 days
King
ago
said
about my reactions over the years to Southern accents and my preconception of them until I got yanked up by the short hair, so to speak. And it wasn't even an argumentative conversation. I was just having a really good conversation with a guy in a coffee shop way down in southern Oklahoma. And we were just talking about different stuff, and he was retired and what he'd done and whatever. And he said something that just blew my mind. I was like, oh, maybe I need to refigure what the fuck I was thinking about it. Because long story short, and it's in all the movies, all the TV shows, all the whatever, that if you have a southern accent, you're automatically lower intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. And so I had that perception for years, for a long time, and I'm talking with.
That's why TV Tropes has the trope Southern Fried Genius, for characters who specifically defy that.
And God, my cat demons. Anyway, he said he was retired, and I said, oh, what did you used to do? And I'm thinking he was a farmer, because he was a goat farmer then. And I love goats. Baby goats are awesome. Baby goats are the best mammal in the world. I don't care if you don't like it or not. You can be wrong.
Pot farm.
And he said he was an IBM mainframe programmer.
Oh.
He probably knows more about, and kept up with it. He probably knows more about computers, and he probably passed away by now, but than I've ever, more knowledge in his little finger than I'll ever have my entire life about computers. And that was kind of a epiphany for me. Just so YouTube knows, it's a water pistol. Come here, little bitch. Hell off my boxes.
So you can use that.
That'll last like 10 seconds. Like I told Joey earlier, I took the boxes, literally moved them from this side of the room to that side of the room. About maybe a 10-foot move. Okay.
Yeah, the cats
They're
are
all
like,
sniffing
ooh,
around
new
the box.
box.
It's like, oh my god, it's a new box. I've never seen this one before.
Yes. So that
Cats
that
and
is
boxes.
the cats and boxes. Yes. So you can spend
I
you can
mean,
you spend a lot of a very expensive gift for the cats, and all they care about is the box that came in.
Yeah, I may have
Your internet is unstable. Oh my.
is mine.
No, no.
Try
Siobhan.
rebooting your router.
No, it's mine.
I mean,
No, it is. I've had this problem. Joey and I have had this problem. Joyce had this problem. There's a guy that I play with, Diablo 4 with. He lives up in Vancouver, and like the last, what do you call it? The last 3.5, 4 days, they've had 25 inches of snow. So they have a little bit more than we do, and he said he gets it too. Not as bad as I did, but he gets it too. Well, if it rains hard here, but then he's on I'm gonna say Torment 4. Oh my god, I play Diablo 4 too much. He is on fiber. I'm not sure if it's T1 through T3, somewhere in that range. I'm not sure what he's on, but yeah, I wish.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'd
Joey.
find good, but
Yeah.
Joe, is there a lot of racism where you live currently?
Fuck yeah. I live in a really white town. Like, the only real, like, when I was in high school here in South Dakota, which I did 2 years of my high school in Santa Barbara, and then we moved. And then I did 2 years of high school here in Sturgis, South Dakota. And it was so white, the whole school, that there were only 5 of us that were people of color. Only 5 in the whole fucking high school.
about how many people? did you
And
have
2
in
of
high-
us were me and my brother.
How many people did you have in high school, roughly?
There was about 900 people in all 4 years.
We had about 400, and there were 2 non-white. They were both black. They were brother and sister.
My school was half
and
black.
like we tried to make friends with the other people of color just to try to, I don't know, band together to have somebody to talk to.
You
about
formed a
the
gang?
fucking-
You were a criminal gang? You were selling drugs?
No. This is high school. It was a clique.
Yes, a clique.
The non-white
Yep.
clique.
But
But,
my high school was half black because South Carolina.
It's gotten a little bit better in my town, but it's still predominantly white, predominantly Christian, and predominantly conservative too. Like most people
Predominantly
here are
racist.
mega people.
Yeah.
I have.
fucking
I'm the
sucks.
oldest of 10 kids. My mom was the middle of 13. I still have, because some of my cousins have passed away due to age, etc. Drugs. One of them, I was the one who found him. That was a day, I'm telling you. But I would say I probably still have around 150 to 200 cousins, not counting second and third and whatever cousins. Okay. I'm 65, and probably 95% are MAGA.
Most of my family are MAGA.
Just my
I don't really
younger
fuck-
brother.
I don't really tell. I
I'm
don't really.
glad most of my family are not mega. Most of my family are some form of leftist. So when it's a family get together, it's usually, pretty chill. But
What do you-
when the in-laws start getting involved, that's when you start getting the arguments, is when the in-laws start getting involved, because there's a number of mega people among the in-laws.
But getting back to the
MAGA
frozen snowflake theme,
people-
I'm scrolling down my Facebook feed, and somebody I follow, Neurodivergent Rebel.
Wait,
we
there's
posted-
MAGA. indigenous people? That really? That's the thing.
There's a few, absolutely. This
I'll-
just
I'll-
like you just like it's just like anybody who's got internalized racism.
Look at all
Like
the black MAGA people.
you can be like
All the queer MAGA
I
people.
don't know if you've ever seen Django Unchained, but
I'm
there's
familiar
that
with his work.
that character in the movie played by Samuel L. Jackson. His name is Steven. And he's a slave, but he loves his masters more than he loves the other slaves. And he ends up becoming even more cruel to the other slaves than the masters are.
He's a Clarence
And
Thomas.
that's a really good example of internalized racism and somebody who is literally a white supremacist, even though they're not white.
I mean, I've had a lot of issues with my own people in the past, but I don't think it's ever made me want to be a white supremacist.
Well, you can be, as a token, you can temporarily lift yourself up. Because, like, right now, Clarence Thomas is making 6 figures a year being a white supremacist.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is there
you know,
a significant strain of, like, the
all
small
sorts
C
of,
conservatism like there is in
interest-free
black people?
loans and gifts and whatever.
Yeah.
This is from NPR. What is today? What's the date? Today, I think.
18th.
Okay, so 3 days ago, hours after ICE toured a Kansas City warehouse, the city council blocked federal detention center permits. They said, no, you ain't building.
And Chabon's
And
internet
froze.
froze.
Joey, is there, like, a strain of, like, the black conservatism, like the homophobia and stuff like that?
In Michigan, you have
Absolutely.
some,
We have like a lot of Christian indigenous people who have completely gone over into the bigoted side of shit. Like they'll be anti everybody. Like there's just a lot of assimilation. Let's put it that way.
Colonialism. Yeah.
And looks like
look
Siobhan
at
is back.
Caitlyn Jenner and Blair White. And,
Sucks, man.
Yeah.
yeah, it's internet. Look at Caitlyn Jenner and Blair White, and because
Yeah.
I can't speak about black people or indigenous people or whatever, but
Yeah.
from my group, all of the pygmies,
Yeah.
pygmy ass bitches, they are.
Yeah. Well, look at how many white women are simping for their fucking abusive, bigoted, jackass, husbands.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Curry, even after he's dead.
You know, you got Marjorie Taylor Greene saying, "Oh no, it turns out there's misogyny in the right."
Yeah, and the same
Like
for
she
the
didn't know.
same for the trad wives. But then you have, then you have women who voted. 53% of white women voted for President Mango Kids. So,
President the
Yeah.
rapist.
Always about protecting whiteness than it is about protecting the women.
Mm-hmm. Well, they have to
traditional
secure a
Catholic
future
guy.
for the white
They're
race and
saying
protect
on
women
her
and white
podium,
children.
This is not
True.
this is not no longer. It's way past the whole dog whistle thing. Look at the saying on the podium that they have. One of us, all of you,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
comes from Nazi Germany. Okay. They're just people are like and some of the liberals are like well, we're heading down the slippery bitch, we ain't been down, we've long since passed the slippery slope. We're down,
We
down
have the
bottom
Gestapo
hill
in the fucking
and
streets.
heading up the other hill.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun thing is like a couple of liberals have blocked me on Steve Shire's Ask Away, or at least on YouTube they have blocked me. They got tired of me bitching about like capitalists and then the Democrats. But like, hey, when like Steve Shire has like the chat up on the widget on the Ask Away for taking questions from the chat, that's where like those liberals can see me.
It's not the basis for racism, but capitalism is the main
Amplifier.
Yeah, that's a good word. Thank you. The main amplifier of the racism and the divide, because it's the haves versus the have-nots, and they don't want the have-nots to go, we can set all this shit aside and eat the rich.
Well, I've
Mhm.
always, I've always thought of like capitalism and racism kind of came kind of around the same time in a way, because you kind of did need to have a group like you needed to have a hierarchy to judge certain people and to put
Well,
certain
Well,
Yeah.
various forms of bigotry have long
I
existed.
think
You
that
know,
tribalism is begin with, but
Yes.
because there's always a separation. It's us versus them, whether it's a church, or a political group, or a rock climbing club, or a nerd page, or whatever.
A wild guild.
Marvel versus DC, Mac versus PC.
Pepsi versus Coke.
Okay, Mac versus PC because Linux runs both of them. Anyway. But so there's always that the urge to create that divide, and it's not, and a lot of times it's not initially meant as a bad thing. You just want that connection with people.
Well, it
that
doesn't
have,
need to
like,
be
for example,
unhealthy. There's
like,
healthy
for example,
ways that
for
you
the
can
five
be
of
tribal.
us and more when we have more people on, Ely and whoever, for the five of us, we have a group here
Yes.
that other people don't join. That we can have a conversation with off camera, or we can have a conversation in a Zoom chat, or whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
And the internet froze.
We
And
don't
you're
always
frozen.
agree on everything, but a good huge portion of it. There's that connection there that you don't get a lot of times with other people.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's always bad. You're right. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
saying it's always bad.
Yeah, you just gotta connect with like some of the same weirdos who like get your like references and like the thing is like some cultish behaviors like something that's just healthy. If you're just like making a reference to like a show that you'll watch and like love, or like this is how I'm a terminally online person, I would say all your bases belong to us, and the people who know that in the know that know that as well
Right.
too. That's a form of health.
Well, look at how neurodivergent people will bond.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Like
yes.
we'll bond so well that we'll actually recognize each other.
Shared
even
life
though
experience.
That person doesn't have a diagnosis. We'll be like, "Are you autistic?" And that person will be like, "You know what? I've often wondered if I was."
It's,
I'm like, no, I'm not autistic.
it's,
And you're glitching.
as like a viewer said, like my father, oh, autism wasn't a thing back in my day. Same father, don't touch my Warhammer figurines. They just been painted.
Right.
Don't trust my train set. My train set is my baby.
or my model ships.
Yeah.
Or who was it? I remember seeing this meme more than once, but I saw it like within the last week. Something along I'm paraphrasing, I'm the exact words, but something along the lines of person A, autism didn't exist back in my day, and then it shows a picture of 5-volume set, encyclopedia set of everything about ferns. No, there's no autism there, not at all.
Isaiah?
Well, since we're talking about autism, I just wanted to I wanted to say that I do have it's a crush. That's all it's ever gonna be
Okay.
with an autistic person.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Well, she's real. I'll never meet this person, but
Aw.
yeah. Do you guys want to see who it is?
Sure.
Better not be Sia.
Oh, fuck Sia. She sucks.
Oh, for a second I thought you said Seal. I said, what did he do?
No, no. I love Seal.
I think there's
To my knowledge, he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
some accusations against him about like sexual battery though. So it's like
What?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
yeah.
Another
Rich
one.
and famous people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, who's this is the person that I have a crush on. We're both autistic, and apparently we both like space.
Ah.
So this is who this is.
Alexis
okay.
Weinman.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you'll probably never meet her.
yeah, probably
Yeah.
not.
And in along the line, kind of combining the two with frozen water cubes and bigotry and whatever. I want to share something. Let me open up my chat here too. Give me just a second here.
No problem. The trio says like fucking peer review autism lol. That's how I figured it out. My friends kept questioning if I was truly neurotypical. I honestly thought I was actually neurotypical for the longest time until people pointed out, oh, and like neurodiversity also includes learning disabilities. Like, oh, I am neurodivergent. I'm dyslexic. Dyslexic for the world on tide.
Although I
It
did,
just took about 30, 35 years of people making fun of me and insulting me for being weird that made me finally realize it.
although I did meet a singer
Nice.
a couple weeks ago. Well, what was actually last year. So, yeah.
Last year was a couple weeks ago.
He is right.
You knew what I mean.
Yes, we
No,
did.
I got to meet this this singer who's from my area. She's on the spectrum, so I got to meet her. So that was
Cool.
Nice.
I don't know. You never know, but
Oh, I was gonna ask you, Isaiah.
Tell him no.
Did you check into trying to find like a socialist rifle association that you can join?
ooh, so I did that a while ago, and then I kind of talked myself out of owning a gun because I didn't want to deal with all the
BS
costs
surrounding it.
from it, so I didn't want to deal with that. I haven't found one here in Tallahassee or in Florida.
Well, you're in North
Florida. Yeah, North
right? I know there's a group
Tallahassee's
down
in the
South
Arctic.
Florida called Skunk Ape Liberation.
Oh, okay, let me look into that.
Yeah, there's also like Redneck Revolt, and there's also John Brown Gun Club as well too.
What
They
was
might
it
still have.
called? Skunk what now?
Skunk Ape Liberation.
Okay. Well, the skunk ape is a mythical. It's kind of like our Bigfoot here.
Yep.
So that yeah.
Oh, I have a story for you about an interesting interaction. So our friend Lidoquin, they like stream on Twitch and they have a Discord. There was someone that came into the Discord that like was quite interesting. It turns out that he was 15. People thought that he wasn't 15, but he just entered the Discord and said, "Hey, can I be a mod? I want to what did he exactly say? Because it's kind of like, hey, I want to help boost your server, or I'm a mod for big other Discords as well too. I can help boost this server to 500 members as well too." Liquid declined because they only mod their close friends and trusted people as well too. So that was a little weird. This person, let's call him Timmy, then also found the politics category and said, "Oh, this is my new favorite place. I love politics and debating." And I was like, okay, let's keep an eye on this one as well too. Now the thing is, I saw
Red
myself.
flags.
Yeah. I see myself in that because I want to radicalize liberals as well too. So it's just okay, let's but anyway, so
Hello,
but then,
fellow communists. Do you want to start a violent revolution?
or in retrospect, what I wish I did is just say out all my radical positions, which in a way I did. But anyway, so first then Linda Quinn last week posted about the terrible horror stories that the Frozen Waters agency ICE has been doing in Minneapolis, Minnesota as well too. Then this little Timmy asked, "Do you think old Mexicans should be allowed in this country?" I was on the bus and I was just I just said immediately, "Violence our borders, remove all the borders," and was "Wow, I'm an anarcho-syndicalist. So without borders, the cartel will terrorize Texas, California, and most states of Mexico with tons of sickness that's outside of America. Will you let dangerous in general? Why?"
Well, right now, where America is threatening to invade much of Europe. So if any.
Right now, we are literally invading Venezuela.
Yeah, and we're threatened, and Trump wants to invade Greenland as well too. All because just because someone just
No, he doesn't want to invade it anymore. He wants to buy it. That's another thing I covered in my.
Oh, he
book.
always wanted to buy it. He doesn't want to go to war with white people.
Yeah.
So like I just said, listen, I'm also for land back. The country United States shouldn't exist in my opinion. Return all the stolen land to indigenous people and legalize the drugs and remove the power from the cartels. And this guy's like, huh? And I clarified also Canada, Israel, New Zealand, Australia. I don't think should exist either as well too, personally. Hey, it's like, so all drugs are illegal, all borders and safety measures should be stopped. We should allow Native Americans rule America with little to no war experience or law experience. That's a lot.
What did he say? Wait, what did he say? What did he say?
Is he's questioning if like I want to legalize all drugs and like remove all borders and all safety measures, which is like why did I say safety measures well too? But he's also like he found it weird that like all Native Americans should like rule America with little to no war experience and law experience. And again, that makes me laugh out loud.
Well, Native Americans have always been in America, so what's your point?
And we've also got educations at this point. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
But yeah, we made sure you went to the good schools.
That's
Shut up, John.
like when any like racist person says like, "Oh, Native Americans, they must not be that smart." It's like, you do realize they've had a culture here for thousands of years, right? So I'm sure they know a thing.
Well, yeah,
and
but
not only did we not fuck up the landscape, we actually made it better.
Yeah.
right. Here's the thing about the bigotry, though, Isaiah. To paraphrase House, the doctor.
You can't reason someone out of a position they didn't reason themselves into.
If facts could sway bigots, they wouldn't be bigots.
Yeah.
Because I mean, sometimes like listening, like being on. So for me on the spectrum, racism kind of hits differently because it's kind of like, why does this person not like me because of my color of my skin? I obviously know about it. It's just.
It's still a reasonable question though, but like yeah.
It's like there's people out there who are like okay, the whole this whole thing going on in like Gaza right now with the genocide, and there's and me trying to understand someone who thinks this is okay because they think that this is going to bring back Jesus. Even though I've gone to church in my time, and maybe it was a black church, so maybe it was different, and like no one ever brought up Israel ruling over this area ever. I'm not gonna sit here and say it was like, we talked about Palestinian rights or anything, but I never went to a church where it said that Israel should just dominate the whole area militarily. Whenever I study like racism and all these things, it's like
I was raised in that kind of church for 30 years.
people
And
just
for 28 of those years, 27, 28, I was a firm believer in all their bullshit.
like I'm not gonna say that there aren't people on our side who believe in dumb stuff.
There are hoteps as well too.
We do. It's just
Don't get me started on leftist conspiracy theories.
Oh god! And just in the past year or two, it's just like, oh,
Okay,
We
John,
don't
'cause you're
have
just
a word for
you're just a tanky
black
John.
people
What's
have
that?
a word for hoteps. We don't have a word for that in Native American circles, but we have them. We definitely have them. Native Americans this, Native Americans that, and then they romanticize an ancient time when they can only tell you about the positive aspects, not the negative aspects. Because if you want to talk about ableism, holy shit. Like, you let your kids die rather than raise them up if they look like they were going to be too different and they weren't going to quote unquote survive.
Would it be wrong to
Like,
call that
there
sort of
was
person a
ableism
dream
was
catcher?
rampant.
sorry. What did you say, Joey?
Oh, I said ableism was rampant
Yeah.
in the day.
Yeah.
Would it be wrong to call that sort of person a dream catcher? Or would that be too far?
anyway.
Because white people love dream catchers.
Yeah, they do.
Especially white people.
Yeah, especially white people like dream catchers. My friend had a dream catcher as well too, and it's just like, Yeah.
It reminds me, Isaiah, what you're talking about with John Hagee, televangelist, who's still going strong, by the way, along with Creflo Dollar and Joe
Peter
Long,
Popoff made a comeback.
Plastic Smile and whatever. But he was John McCain's spiritual advisor until it came out. I mean, everybody in the community knew, everybody associated with the community knew, but it didn't come out like in national, quote unquote, national news, because fuck legacy media, until like halfway through his campaign or whatever. But that John Hagee, I'm paraphrasing here, but said that it was good that the Holocaust happened.
Yeah.
That was God's method of moving the Jews to Israel.
Right. Yeah, I've heard that story before, Shaban.
So,
it's just
the
Never
For rank
mind
and
that
file?
all of those freaking the things that Christ actually said, the whole "I'll be back" shit,
Yeah.
was supposed to happen in the lifetimes of his own followers.
Yep.
y'all ought to go to
According to the
H.com.
Gospels, Jesus himself almost certainly never said any of that shit.
Y'all ought to go to aish.com, aish.com, and look up prophecy, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's a ton of prophecies that Jesus did not fulfill. And I've said that to a lot of Christians. They're like, wow, when he comes back for the second coming, no. That's a Christian reworking.
The Messiah was supposed to be a bloody-handed
Everything was
warlord
supposed to
conquering
happen
Israel for
during
God.
the life of the Mashiach. Okay, the Messiah is pronounced Mashiach. Okay, everything was supposed to happen during that lifetime. Everything. Okay, and there's a lot of prophecies that didn't happen. Some of them didn't happen because of the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem, etc. But regardless, a lot of them didn't happen, and they want to rework it because I've said this before. Christians love to try to ride on the perceived authenticity of the coattails of the Judaic religion.
yeah, they do.
I mean, hell, the Messiah is supposed to come from Bethlehem. That's why Matthew and Luke go through all this weird bullshit to get him there.
Right. And then, and the Gospels don't match at all. Well, there's no contradictions in the Bible. You don't read it, sure.
Look at how much of those freaking weirdos decided that the Native Americans were the lost tribe of Israel.
Yeah.
Oh, the Mormons.
Mormons. Yeah, like
Oh, it isn't just the Mormons, it's the black Israelites.
that's
Oh,
Yeah,
that
the
too.
black Israelites are always showing up at Native American protests. And
Remember
trying
that
to talk
kid
us
with the stupid
into
smiling face?
Converting.
Oh my god, I cannot believe they do that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, man. Sometimes, cause I'm very,
Fundamentalism is fundamentalism, regardless
Like,
of the flavor.
I'm very
Yeah.
conscious about my image and how I communicate to the world, but I guess I'm not as wacky as these people.
Yeah.
Religion will whack you out, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
That shit will have you
you ain't-
believing some
you know,
weird ass bullshit.
There is, especially, it's not just the one that I was in, okay, which is the cult is the Pentecostal Assembly of God.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not just that one, okay, but it is one of the more virulent ones. Very anti-Jew, very I have relatives who are still in the cult and who are 100% not only Trump supporters, but 100% Maganon. Might as well call them Maganon. QAnon, okay, believe
Okay, yeah.
Pizzagate, whatever, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
That the vaccines are gonna give us, 5G or, I remember watching. I was still in the cult then. I remember when I was stationed in South Dakota in 1980, late 81. Okay, during the wintertime, watching a 700 Club broadcast. And he talked about the fact that where are we going to put the mark of the beast, the modern mark of the beast? He said it's not going to be a hat, it's not going to be a tattoo. He said because he was ranting about both Social Security numbers and chipping people. He said, and if you're going to chip people, he said, where are you going to put it? If you put it in your right hand, he said you could lose your hand, whatever. So the best place to put it is in the forehead. So first of all, if you're gonna chip people, okay, it can go any goddamn where. It could go in the earlobe. It could go in your shoulder. Go in your tit, whatever. Okay. But you could put one in each hand.
Well, no, the reason he had to talk about the forehead is because the fucking Book of Revelation says the mark of the beast will go on the hand or on the forehead.
Yep.
I see.
Mark of the beast, yeah. Look at all the passages in Revelation, Deuteronomy, Leviticus.
But Revelation's
Numbers
talking about the fall of Rome. That's it. Nothing more.
about the right. Well, and and his mushroom fever dream.
Well, no, I mean it's part of a genre of apocalyptic literature. They're all like that. It wasn't. He wasn't actually high.
Well,
He wasn't
like
Samuel Taylor
I had a
Coleridge writing
conversation
around
with
the
my
ancient
daughter,
world.
who's a Christian, but I still love her.
Bless her heart.
Hate the religion, love the believer. But we were talking about, because she agrees with me on a lot of it. We were talking about the Nicene Council and how they voted on which books were okay for the Bible and which books weren't. So you have the Gospel of Mary, which isn't in the Bible. You have the Gospel of Thomas, which isn't in the Bible.
Gospel of Judas. There's a lot.
Right. There's a lot there. Because it didn't fit. And then you have, I love how people now call it the King James. Because before that, more commonly, it was the KJV, and before that, a King James Version, because that's what the full name is, the King James Version. It's his version of the Bible.
Actually, it's not even King James. It's the Tyndale Bible. They just
Right.
did some edits to make it slightly more palatable to the English crown.
Right. And then, so you have all this stuff bolstering up the support of Israel. The politicians are doing it for the money and the power, just flat out.
Mm-hmm.
Including Democrats and liberals, okay, because it ain't just the GOP. But the politicians are. Look at how many Democrats voted for the bill that was passed restricting and barring people from boycotting Israel. That was overturned, but still, it was passed. Okay.
Yeah.
You have all these people supporting Israel, whether it's for money and power or whether it's because God's going to come and he can't come, stay no Israel. And that's a smaller number than the general average run of the Christians, okay, good, bad, or indifferent, but it's a more vocal number. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. It's a
Right.
Group of people. And they are the more ardent supporters. I think the Tea Party morphed into MAGA eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
And so you've always had that ardent right-wing conspiracy supporter group.
Remember
And it's
Art
just,
Bell?
Whatever demagogue they happen to follow currently.
I began to see that right after right when Obama, I think it was Obama's second term in office, and all of these crazy what would later become MAGA, they all were Tea Party people. So I saw the writing on the wall well before Trump even went down the escalator, that I knew that.
Yeah, those people were cultish before Trump even showed up.
Oh, yeah.
Trump showed up, and all
They showed up during the 2008.
It's dream.
Oh yeah.
Birtherism.
I mean, I mean, Trump. I mean, say what you will. I mean, he at least brought Trump kind of brought 450 years of just ugly Americanism to basically the front, and now we see it now.
Yeah.
He just took the mask off.
It's just that people think it's okay to say it now.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, back in the 90s, they were complaining about PC police, when really they were complaining about their own party, keeping them from saying what they really thought.
Yeah, exactly. That's what political correctness is what they were complaining about before as well too. Rush Limbaugh was constantly complaining about it as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that turned into wokeness.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or they complain about CRT or critical race theory because it's the black people existing, blah, the DVI.
Yeah, and how
sort of thing.
dare you actually teach the true history of the United States?
And the whole thing about adrenochrome, that's just Jewish blood libel. That's been around for centuries.
I hear that racism is it's a cause because of insecurity. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. Yeah. No. It's there's been studies done.
Absolutely, and they started that shit because of the class war they didn't want to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, racism had always been around, but they formalized it after Bacon's Rebellion.
I
Yeah.
just hear it a lot from like you'll have like racist people who would watch like interracial porn, even
Oh
though
yeah.
they're
Yep.
Well,
I,
look
I,
at how many people fetishize. They're white, but they fetishize black, indigenous,
yeah.
Hispanic. They'll, just fetishize people who are not of their race
Oh yeah.
because they want to dominate that person, not
yes.
because they actually love them. They want to dominate that person.
It's about power for them.
Yeah, every single kind of racism involves some kind of sexual fetishization.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, the hot-blooded black woman, the spicy Latina, the submissive squaw, the hardworking squaw, the submissive Asian.
Yes.
The manic pixie. This well, it's not race, but the manic pixie dream girl, is that another one? The autistic manic pixie dream girl.
I can see that actually. And,
I
and look,
think that's a little bit more like ableism, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
Well,
don't
the
that's-
Manic
think
Pixie
it's
Dream
that.
Girl, I think, is an escapist fantasy.
Well, it's not like I don't obviously agree with it. Obviously, it's just
Yeah.
I was throwing it out there.
I mean, the most popular searches for like trans women in porn and stuff like that come from red states.
Southern
And a whole
states
lot of
especially.
racial
Yes.
stuff is tied in with humiliation. Like
Yes.
cuck fetishes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, don't be jealous when you. That's like, if you're a white guy, don't be jealous that this black girl got your. Don't I mean that this black guy got your girl? You know, it's just maybe
Yeah.
don't be,
But I mean-
maybe don't be a loser. I don't know.
But yeah. But again, the hypersexualization goes both ways. You know, the hot blood and Mandingo. And it's like there's an old porn series. I remember from Diary of a Porn Clerk. Excellent blog if you want to learn about what it was like to rent out porn videos. Talking about the series Little White Chicks and Big Black Monster Dicks.
Yes.
Which, of course, is still alive and well. You remember the meme of, what's her name, tiny little white woman on his couch with 5 huge black
Yeah,
guys
I've seen
behind her.
that.
Yeah.
Except
Well,
in
and I
this
can't
case, they
tell you
weren't
how
wearing the
many
scary
white
monster
women are,
masks.
they're constantly after somebody who, like I remember when Rodney Grant was big, right after Dances with Wolves, Rodney Grant was huge among white women. Like, white women were out the fucking woodwork, like out in front of his house, like hoping to get his attention. And it's like, okay, two things. Number one, you're throwing yourself at somebody who doesn't even know who you are. What the fuck are you even thinking? Number two,
Yeah.
he's already married to an indigenous woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you even thinking? Do you know what indigenous women are like? Like, if she actually felt threatened by any one of these white women, holy crap. She was one of the women from All Red Nations too, which was basically the American Indian movement counterpart for indigenous women.
Yeah.
Women
Yeah.
of All Red
Oh.
Nations.
Nice. Yeah, I heard about the.
So she was militant on top of it, and I'm just like, what are you white women even thinking? Like, you're
I would have
throwing
thought their
yourself
favorite
at
Native
somebody
American
who
would have been
doesn't
Daniel
even know
Day-Lewis.
Anyway, I haven't finished my story about the little Timmy that was in the Atlantic.
Joey, do you think that they were throwing themselves at him because they liked him, or they just wanted, or like what?
They saw him shirtless.
It's fetishization.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Look
your
at
four
the,
maps
look
of
at the
dick.
incidents of and at the same time the open bigotry. Aside from that, look at the incidents of people. You know, I did sex work for years. Okay, a lot of guys that I did for, I would find out later when I go to check their social media or whatever. Okay, are very anti-trans. If they're the ones sliding in my DMs asking me how much I charge, and of course I get a lot of them too that go, well, I can go get it free for elsewhere. I say, go, okay, go fine. When your sister's off work, go get some.
Okay, why don't you tell me that first of all?
But I mean, there's a reason trans people live rent-free in their heads.
There's a reason what?
I'll just
Trans people live rent-free in their heads. Specifically trans women.
Yeah.
And look at how many people. Okay, so for example, y'all are relatively educated on this topic, or more than anybody else. Name me 5 trans men.
Oh, okay. Like,
Elliot Page.
Elliot Page. I've read Tom Glenn as well too. Jacob Hope Chapman. I only know of him because like I knew him before he transitioned, but
Oh,
he's also like,
Chaz. What's
oh yeah, that
Chaz's
lawyer,
last name?
George Chester Scario.
Cher's son.
That's
Yes.
the one as well
That
too.
was
Sadly,
one of the
Buck
first-
Angel.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
We do know
Yeah,
about
there's that
Angel.
one.
Yes.
Chaz Bono is his name, by the way. Sonny Bono's kid.
That's right,
Oh,
Chaz Bono.
Bono. Okay, yes.
Chaz Bono.
Yeah. So it's
You
like,
know?
and then there's also like a
But
lawyer
the
that
thing
does.
is, y'all can name even one
Yes.
more than like 90% of the populace can do. Okay,
Yes.
and the reason they can't is because trans men aren't in their porn stash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And because it makes sense to them. Going up in status makes sense. Going down in status, being a trans woman,
Exactly.
what the fuck?
Because trans men, they're just dykes who are trying to latch on to the power of the patriarchy, although they don't use the word
Yeah.
power of men,
Yeah.
and that's okay, because somehow that makes men better.
Yeah. Phoenix does
But
bring up
People like me threaten them. Just my
Yes.
existence, even if I don't say a word to them,
Yes.
threaten them horribly.
this.
And
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sort of like
Phoenix-
Rachel Dolezal, except she was just weird.
Yeah.
Oh, that fucking.
Phoenix does also like I mentioned another thing about like what white people do is that like how many like people have said, oh, I'm like a descendant from like a Cherokee princess as well too.
My great grandmother was half Cherokee, and like first
It's
of all,
always Cherokee too.
yeah,
That
you don't
I
know any other
remember when I-
nations? Hopi, Navajo, Iroquois.
When I was in
Ojibwe.
college-
Lenore Lenape.
we used to give so much shit to our Cherokee counterparts when I was in college because I went to Haskell Indian Junior College, so it was a amalgamation of all these different tribes that went there, and whenever you found out someone was Cherokee, there was just all kinds of shit that we used to give them. Oh, was your grandma a princess?
So a lot of people in my family are either black or indigenous or both. Okay, and it kind of threw me for a second one day. This a few years back, but one day I said something about my cousin Becky's dad because he was 100% Ojibwe, much as you can be 100%. And she said, "Well, you're indigenous too." I was like, "No, I'm not." Because I thought I was growing up, but no, I'm not. She said, "Yeah, you are." I said, "What are you talking about?" She said, "You're from the Slapaho tribe." Fuck you, Becky. Coming from Becky, that's okay. Okay, because I love Becky. She's awesome. Coming from Becky, that's okay. But yeah, the oh my god, and the fluffy pagans, and I call her. You'll understand why when I give the real name. Okay, I call her Tarnished Budgie Puppy because the author's name is Silver Ravenwolf. And Wicca, don't get me started on Wicca. We'll be here all goddamn day.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, back to the story about like little Timmy as well too. If you so
you
like
never finished your story.
no, I never have. So like this is this is a guy. Maybe I can skip to the end. This is the guy who's like 15 years old and likes debating and like doing politics because he was inspired by Charlie Kirk. And I just yeah. So this is like
doesn't get a spontaneous neck rupture.
as I just said, like Charlie Cook's a fascist, like God is dead, but the person was asking if I was genuine because I said that from land back, removal of borders of violence, legal drugs, and like no, like. And also, it's like, listen, I also don't have the same opinion on laws as you do, because I forgot how Margaret Killjoy like said about laws, but I think it's more or less like the laws of the rules that the ruling class set for us, and so that like to police us and what we do and stuff like that, because those laws are not to apply to them at all as well too. And I also said the GOP are fascist because, like, while the Democrats is the conservative party of the USA, this guy, I broke this guy's brain at bed as well too, because like he thinks I'm like joking as well too. Oh. But then it's just like I said, I'm glad Charlie Cook is dead as well too. He said he was sad when Charlie Cook was dead. I linked Tom Hanks's quotes like Vanity Fair piece on like Charlie Cook as well too. I also listed a tweet thread from like Daniel Barry about all the stuff that Charlie Cook has said because like to me, Charlie Cook wants me a non-minded person dead. And he goes, "No, he doesn't. He's a man of God. He wants no one dead. He doesn't think
Oh,
none of. He
Well,
doesn't think."
he's dead, so he doesn't want anything now.
That's true. He said, "No, he doesn't think non-binary are real." Well, that's not the same as like wanting someone dead. It's like, okay, that's where our game's meant is there as well too. And it's just so while I was on my way to work as well too.
Well, seeing as
And
how Charlie Kirk was a Nazi, he does actually want you dead, or did,
but then once
was and did.
you're right, yeah. But then once little Timmy said, "Wait, you're from Palestine too?" It's like Palestine suffering genocide since 1948. Free Palestine. No, what? You're from Palestine? No, I'm from Seattle. And I listed decolonizing Palestine. A good source on Palestine as well too. He left after that. After 40 minutes of engaging with me politically, he just left. And Littlequin, the owner of the Discord server, is like, "Wow, they just woke up to that, and the trash took themselves out." Everyone else.
Bye bye love. Bye bye.
They kind of were like suspicious of this person because like when they said, I didn't even notice at the time, but then they said in like the mutual aid when like Leonard Quinn's like posting or someone else was posting, it's like, "Hey, I need some help as well." So little Timmy said, "Didn't know how good I had it till now. Damn, sorry y'all. I've been ungrateful. I have 4 houses to still find myself like wanting more stuff while other people are just trying to get by. That really sucks. I'm
not
sorry
if
for
he's
y'all."
15 years old. He doesn't know shit about that kind of crap.
Yeah, and he says 4 houses. His family owns 4 houses, and when he said he voted for Trump, he said his family sided with Trump as well too. Again, after just engaging with me for
Something
40
tells me
minutes,
this guy's actually from Poland.
it's possible. Their new laptops being a deck too. That's like unfortunate for you, like Phoenix. You knew about Black Book. I'm sorry, I catching up with chat as well too. Actually, I'm 132nd and 164th Potawatomi, but again, I need to learn more about the Potawatomi as well too. My dad knows like a bit about the Potawatomi as well too, and like Shaban's like internet is being like transphobic for Shaban. So yeah. Oh, and also I found out on Friday that like 2 liberals in like C-Trans Escaway had blocked me on YouTube. They got tired of me complaining about like complaining about like capitalism and the Democrats. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, exactly.
I got back in contact a couple years ago with 2 at the time really good friends of mine from high school. A day or 2 ago, Jackie and Sam. Okay, Jackie, I'm still friends with. We met each other literally over half a century ago. It would be, this is 26, so it would be 53 years ago we met and have still been friends. Okay. We kind of separated, but it was just like, people moving to different parts of the country and kind of, you lose contact, whatever, nothing bad. I got back in contact with Sam, and he lives in Kansas City, Missouri, I believe. Okay. And cool, fine. And then I'm looking through his page because you never know, because most of the people from my high school days are very MAGA, and Jackie is not, decidedly not. Sam was not, okay, and I noted that he was the head of the president of the local Pagan Pride Association. Cool. So we were yakking, whatever, got along fine. He and I, we used to run around together with Jackie. He was the recruiter's son for the Air Force. That's why I went there instead of the Army. And then I got on a kick one day about being anti-capitalist, and he lost his shit. So, okay.
I mean, I know that there were people, especially white people, who took me in, who kind of were hoping for this, not a magical Negro, but this like quiet autistic person who didn't cause any problems or whatever. Yeah.
Rock the boat.
Or basically to use that term.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there was a time where I told them that I didn't believe, I wasn't religious as much as I was growing up. I didn't really believe in this idea of capitalism per se, and
How dare you?
they kind of ghosted me, which I find kind of interesting these days, because it's almost like black people are all like, or people of color or whatever, are always told that they gotta be good. They gotta, do all the things.
Assimilate.
Yeah,
Yes.
assimilate. Right, Joey. Yeah, assimilate. And then when we do, we still don't get credit for it.
Exactly.
It's like
You gotta
let's
prove
talk-
yourself every fucking day. Every moment of every fucking day, you gotta prove yourself when you assimilate.
And not only that, but you have to be better than the white person.
Well, yeah, and then it's like, and even then, no one still
In that
will
particular position
will tell you
in culture.
will tell your story. Like I read a lot of stories about like autistic people who went through like a lot of problems, but their parents helped them out with some stuff, and then it's like over here, it's like I've been homeless twice. I don't have any family to speak of, and I do everything on my own, and yet,
Yeah,
no,
where's your story?
yeah.
What
And,
was
you
it
know-
that I read though once? I read a quote that
You
was
know-
basically, if you don't see your story, write the story.
And to be fair, these are women too, so I don't want to take anything from them because they have a hard time getting noticed, in their regards. But I just sometimes wonder, why don't people? I mean, if people talk about that, people of color need to earn their keep and prove their keep, and yet you're not highlighting their stories. What's the fucking point?
Well, what's
do you-
that saying? Tokens get spent?
Yeah,
Every week,
yeah.
you say that.
Yep.
Just-
So
I'm
go
just-
say.
I'm- Yeah, it's
Go ahead.
just if you don't like if you care so much about people who you think aren't successful, but then you don't want to you don't want to hear them when they're trying to be successful, then why do you bitch and complain about people not being successful unless you're just a racist person? Could just be that. And I think that's how like I come to the conclusion of how just stupid racism is, because it's like when you have people who you do disparage, and yet when these people that you disparage actively do try to better themselves, you still don't care. Well, then what's the point of you whining about them being successful, but then you still don't care about their success anyway? It doesn't really. It's just you complaining
Because
about something.
pointing out that they're not successful is just a way to excuse keeping them down.
Well, yeah, but there are people who are actively trying to get out of that situation, and as they're working to get out of that, you still don't want to provide them with a story.
Yep. It upsets the narrative.
No.
They already have the story they want to tell.
Yes, but then that's not going to fix the narrative. Okay, all right. I'm dumb. I'm an idiot. I don't know what's going on.
The world is weird. It's very weird. And also, a reminder, tomorrow is like, kind of funny. I amused myself by, like, as we were talking about, like, fetishization of people and, like, culture and, like, porn and stuff like that, I opened, like, an interesting code, BANG. I find that amusing at the moment as well, too. But also, tomorrow is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Or the day where we're constantly watching Martin Luther King Jr. Because it's just like, I have a dream and that's it. Not letter from Birmingham jail.
Yeah,
Not his-
the white people's day when they quote one line from him.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah,
White people
One line out
that's
of
what
one
we should call it.
speech.
Yes.
I feel like
Although Nick Fuentes, I think it was Nick Fuentes, recently correctly noted that MLK was a communist.
Okay.
Well,
Yes.
he was a communist sympathizer. He wasn't fully communist because he didn't like the atheism that it was associated with.
I don't think he said that in a flattering way. I think he said that in a disparaging way.
Oh yeah, Nick Fuentes is a white supremacist. He's
Yeah.
a
Yeah. It's Nick Fuentes. I mean, Nick Fuentes is just a trash person all around.
oh yeah,
Right.
which of course is why Tucker
Did
Carlson
anybody
talked to
see
him.
that? What's his name? Jake something
Lang?
Gyllenhaal.
got his Jake Lang got his ass handed to him. He got surrounded and pinned down by a group of protesters in Minneapolis because he went there with a small group of white supremacists to cause trouble.
Who
They
is
went
Jake
there as a
Lang?
counter protest.
Oh, the counter protest.
And his buddies literally ditched him He got recognized. He got mommed, and somebody literally stabbed him and hit him over the head with something, and he had a big old gash in the back of his head, and he was bloody, and they were like kicking him in the car, like shoving him in the car and kicking him while he was in there, like get in.
Yeah. As this also reminds
So
me
much for peaceful protests.
Yes, exactly. This reminds me. I heard that like someone vandalized a ICE vehicle in Minnesota. I want to know who that person is secretly, so that I can buy them beer or pizza.
It would be a real shame if people accidentally squirted super glue on the locks. I mean, just a real shame.
Yeah.
Well, not for nothing, but hydrofluoric acid will etch glass.
Like filled water balloons full of piss.
Oh,
apparently,
that takes some effort.
Or you could take a skunk spray and spray it into the
super
intakes.
soakers full of piss and shooting it into ICE vehicles.
Remember,
That would be
it's
a shame.
In Minecraft, all of this is illegal.
Yeah. Remember, it's wintertime in Minnesota, so it's super cold. So that piss probably.
Well, that's why we're saying it would be a shame if these things were done.
Right.
Yes, it would be a shame.
To do things like this.
Do the whole thing from Home Alone. Just that whole scene where he's. Yeah.
Yes,
or you could get a drone and fill it with anthrax.
You know what? Somehow Home Alone reminds me, a mediocre white guy has died. Scott Evans is no longer with us, but we all rejoice.
Who was Scott Evans?
Scott Evans, the Dilbert guy.
Oh, good! Yay!
the guy who has a mansion in San Francisco in the shape of Dilbert's head, with a swimming pool in the shape of Dilbert's head.
This is the guy who also had grapist parties of men talking about how they would love to do certain things. Blaming all of his problems on minorities and minority groups.
Oh yes, he did do that. Yes.
I will say I do like how wealthy people like that still blame all their problems on minorities.
Yep.
I know they're like wealthy, successful, and everything, and they're still like these minorities.
And the people who are poor as crap do the same thing. And and this has nothing to do with race initially. But I've seen this concept, this meme, whatever, many times. It'll have a picture, whatever the picture is behind it doesn't matter, and it'll say the poor person in line in front of you buying food with their food stamps or their EBT or their SNAP or whatever phrase they use is not the cause of your problems in life.
Yeah, exactly. But they're spending it on lobster. It's like, lobster's a food. They're spending it on steak. Steak is food. Yeah. Get the spray bottle out for the cats. The gay spray bottle.
They're just tearing the shit out of each other.
Well, fuck, I got more than one friend that has been on EBT, and they have had to do things like buying their kid's birthday cake with their EBT because they did not have the money to do it otherwise.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to say,
poor people don't
you
deserve
can't buy
nice
sugar anymore.
I don't know about sugar, but some people are advocating for, and some states have passed ordinances where you can't buy pop, you can't buy cookies. There's a few other things.
Well, if they were moral, they wouldn't be poor, and therefore they would deserve nice things.
I don't know if Florida is part of that, but I'm sure Florida.
I didn't know you were English.
Can't you see it on my face? It's all over my face. Of course I'm fucking English.
Yes, it is. It's just so like those in case you don't know. No, I'm sorry. I said you go ahead. I said go ahead.
You're in the middle of that.
No, I will.
And he still froze.
The internet is racist.
The internet is racist. Yep.
Apparently.
I was just going to say,
because you're really frozen.
You guys hear me now?
Okay, now we can hear you, Isaiah. Go ahead. Isaiah, can you hear us? I'm so sorry for you, Isaiah.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, you gotta expect it, Isaiah. You're a Florida man, so.
Yeah. I don't
Internet's on meth.
I would say I don't even remember what I was even about to say. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
Although to be
You were
fair,
talking about
I don't think I've ever heard you talk about using bath salts. So you know.
Oh, we were talking about EBT and buying nice things.
oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know if Florida's done something like that.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
I
surprise
won't be
me.
surprised. Yeah. Sorry.
So,
I know
And
South
Florida's full of
Dakota
haters.
put a work requirement
Yeah.
on their food stamps because I no longer get food stamps because I don't work enough, which
Michigan
doesn't
has
make
two
any
under
sense to me.
65.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense either as well too. It's like, yeah, I just hate that. There's many people that like in like the UK, you if you are disability, you have to like do an assessment each year to like prove again that you're disabled. You know, it's
Yeah,
kind of
like
like
you haven't magically somehow just with no
My leg grew
surgery
back.
or treatment or anything, you just suddenly got well.
and also to those who don't know, I'm sure people in here do know that like some caffeine, not that much, but caffeine can be used as a pain relief, which is why some of my disabled friends and like chronic pain sufferers will like drink caffeine in order to like at least a little bit relieve the pain that they have. So if you're seeing like someone on EBT buying like energy drinks like Bang or other things like that, that's probably why. Shut up, or like keep it to yourself when if you're
I
going
mean,
to say
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what people are spending with their EBT. I don't
Yeah.
really give a
exactly. It's
shit.
their money, honestly.
It's probably
They want people on EBT to either have absolutely nothing or like $20 a month to eat beans and rice.
They want them to suffer.
Exactly. Don't want to suffer.
Well, we're talking about
I mean,
people
I
who
don't-
consider it a moral failure as
Yes.
being poor.
If God wanted you to be poor, it's because you're a bad person.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just a bad
You
person
don't believe enough.
because I'm not wealthy. So
Okay, so starting in 2026, at least 18 U.S. states, including Arkansas, Colorado, Florida, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Nebraska, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, and West Virginia, are restricting SNAP benefits to bar the purchase of junk foods like candy, energy drinks, sodas, and sugary snacks, with specific items varying by state. They received waivers from the USDA to implement these changes, aiming to promote healthier eating. Really, but see, here's the problem: all that "quote-unquote" healthier food is way more expensive.
Yep.
Way
Yes.
more expensive.
it's the goal, though.
This,
Right,
I mean,
right,
if
right.
Linda Quinn has worked at like a food co-op called the Wedge as well too, and unfortunately, it's one of those bad co-ops because it's the food co-op, the Wedge, is kind of like all Whole Foods in that like it's gentrifying food for white people, making it more expensive for like minorities to like buy things as well too. And so Linda Quinn did talk about that, and when we invite them on their show as well too. But Linda Quinn also mentioned how like to get your food to be marked, labeled as organic is so much bureaucracy and hoops to jump through in order to get it there as well too. And once it's like marked organic, it's just like price higher than like other things as well too.
It just
And
makes
also,
it twice as expensive without any benefit.
Yeah,
Organic is bullshit.
And also like the Lidoquin has to like remove wheat or gluten out of their diet because like not because that they have celiac disease well too, but like definitely like the effect of like gluten affects them so much that they're in pain and that sort of thing too. So they have to buy things without gluten in it, and the fact that gluten free has become a fad and like is so it makes them so expensive. It's like really expensive for Lidoquin to like buy things that are gluten free, and prices of other things are going up, and they also have to buy things that are low in carbs too because like fuck their body and fuck the, like how they have like so many dietary restrictions.
You know what the two-word phrase is that I haven't heard in a long time from the GOP?
Oh, wherefore creeds?
No. Although that too, yeah.
Bootstrap.
No, especially with Swampy Stan, aka RFK Jr.
Oh yeah.
Death panels.
But yeah, they cut Medicare. They're cutting food benefits. I mean, fuck them.
Yeah. Is never it's like whenever they talk about like crime and stuff like that, we're going to do this to fight crime, but it was never about crime. It's because of like shoving up homeless people into like where they're outside out of
They
mind.
wanted to fight
or-
crime. All they have to do is close the loophole that lets your employer steal from you and not call it a crime.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Which that's the
If your
biggest like that.
employer steals $50 from you on a
That's a
paycheck,
misdemeanor. That's not even a misdemeanor. It's a tort fees.
If you
No, it's
steal
not. It's just
$50
tort.
from you,
It's a civil matter.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Not a mouth phaser, but a tort phaser.
And just in case anyone wants to know, like, hello, I bought thank you for jumping in the stream, and like, how hope you're doing well. Is that like, that was Siobhan O'Connor with a water pistol, just water in there, squirting at her cats.
Water pistol. Here's the thing where the water goes in. Somewhere in there. There it is.
Oh, Shaban's in the gang. Shaban's in the gang.
With Joey, obviously.
No,
I mean,
I'm
trans
not-
girls should have guns.
See, here's the thing, Isaiah. I can't be a gang. I can, however, be a member of one, since I happen to support a political organization, a similar one. I'm a big Sinn Féin supporter. Fuck the English government. I have a lot of respect for a lot of English people,
Yes, the three are cool.
and also, and I'm a, what is the word for it? There's, okay, so I like Hibernophiles, Lever, Ireland, whatever, but so stuff from the island, okay, which is, you know, English, Scots, Welsh, and Irish, of course. But they gave us Monty Python, even though they're assholes. They gave us Monty Python, except for Eric Idle. He hasn't said anything bad to my knowledge. Okay.
Yes.
They gave us Monty Python. They gave us Red Dwarf. They gave us Doctor Who. They gave us
Patrick Stewart.
Still Game. Which
And
is a
Ian
Scottish,
McKellen.
Which is a Scottish
Oh yeah, Ian McKellen is
sitcom.
like
They
Sir
gave
Ian
us,
McKellen, isn't it?
Yes, it
Yep.
is Sir Ian McKellen, yes.
you know,
But that
Black
came from the
Summer
Queen,
Wine.
so
I
who
have all
cares?
37
Fuck
years
royalty.
left.
Yeah.
Summer Wine.
Yeah.
Like I said, Doctor Who. Keeping
Doctor
Up
Who gave us a
Appearances,
woman
Are You
doctor
Being
and a gay black
Observed?
doctor.
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff that the English gave us culture-wise. They can keep their food.
That baby's
I know,
head.
right? Beans for breakfast?
If you're hungry, or you know, if you've got a thing, because sometimes I have an autistic thing where I'll eat beans 7 days in a row.
Yeah.
So beans
I
for
couldn't.
breakfast is fine, but beans on toast is a little weird. And I'm not food shaming, okay? Because you should see some of the shit that I eat. Okay? I like head cheese. Okay.
Okay.
Shut up, John. You know, people, and a friend of mine, an Asian.
I can
friend,
respect giving head. I can respect
has made
eating
many
cheese. I can't
comments
respect head
about
cheese.
How people have told her more than once how, you know, I don't understand how Asians can eat that nasty food. But you know what, bitch? Okay, I eat the hell out of Asian food.
Oh yeah, same here. Is
I only General
But I
Tso's.
also understand, like, if you are autistic and you have food issues.
Sensitivities. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not
Oh,
saying
yeah,
I'm not or
textures.
physical issues. Okay, I'm not saying everybody has to be able to eat everything. Okay.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
if you don't have any of those, I would suggest that you try to get out of your comfort zone and maybe try some meat. Now, first of all, don't. Okay. Meat is not for the unwary. It is not for the untraveled. It is an Ethiopian pepper spice that cut.
Oh.
Like they, you know, when I say cut, like when they cut drugs, they dilute it. Okay. So it's diluted with ginger and cinnamon and onion powder and garlic powder, whatever. So it's cut about 15% of the original is still 40 times higher than a jalapeno. I love it.
Yeah.
Back when I was teaching middle school, we took a trip up to Washington, D.C. We took
Yeah.
those kids, 8th graders, to an Ethiopian restaurant. Those
I
little
used to
shit
love
stains refused to eat anything but the hard-boiled eggs and the chicken wings.
Addis
Yes.
probably, well, okay, so Addis
Freaking white
Ababa
kids,
is closed
weren't
down
they?
now, but at the
Yeah.
time, Silver Spring,
Well, there were
Maryland.
2 Indian kids and a black girl.
Yes.
It was a private school.
Yeah.
There's a street we call Restaurant Row in Silver Spring, Maryland. Okay, and it's a block and a half long, and it's nothing but restaurants, all different. There's Taste of Morocco, Taste of Jerusalem, which ironically enough is run by a Muslim guy. There is
Well, Jerusalem is a Muslim city.
there's one. It's Exactly or something like that, where all the dishes have eggs. There's What's the one? I never.
Well,
go
way to be racist against Jonathan.
Cheesecake Factory. There's a Cheesecake Factory. There's a Star Schmucks. There is a Barnes and Noble where you are allowed to go in and sit there and eat your food as long as you take care and clean your, clean your plate, so to speak, clean off your bench and whatever. Okay. Yeah, I love. I love Silver Spring, Maryland. I love Washington D.C. When I was with
Natural History Museum.
Phoenix actually lives there.
I also, well, yeah, I love DC. I've always
Air and
loved
Space
the
Museum.
Yeah, I was about to say it. I was about to say it. Air and Space Museum.
I have
lived
a
in a poor
online
section of LA, the Spanish section of Koreatown in LA. Wilshire Boulevard has amazing restaurants and theaters, the Arclight Theater and whatever. Y'all ought to go. Okay, I know it's a big city and I might scare some of you, but y'all ought to go.
I work in Seattle.
And I've actually been to.
Yeah, I'm world traveled. I don't
Spokane.
need to go someplace where it's all there.
I've been to
Yeah.
Spokane I was on a 3-day trip back in 2014 or 15. There was a book convention that flew me out there, paid my ticket and everything, out there and back,
Nice.
flew me out there and back. And I stayed 3 days with a friend of mine and had one heck of a time. It was awesome.
I went to San Francisco twice actually in my 20s. I got to go. The last one I went was back in 2019, so I got to go there. I've been to Washington D.C. I've been to that's Washington D.C., Orlando, and San Francisco. Those are the biggest cities I've been to. I may be going to L.A. later this year because I have a friend that we agreed to go see the Queen Mary out in Long Beach.
Oh,
So
cool.
I may be going to Long Beach and L.A. this year. No,
Nice.
no promises, but
So
You make it a road trip. You could drive I-10 all the way from Jacksonville to L.A.
oh, I'm taking a plane.
There you go. So my last question is, we talked about big towns, and so I have one. I'm going to name it. What is the best small town you lived in? A nice small town. Okay, so I lived in a village in Minnesota that had 462 people, 5 of whom were trans, openly trans. Never had a problem with anybody in the village. Everybody got along, and we made sure that we stayed inside on the windy days when you'd get the aroma from the soybean factories. But the town itself was really cool. I absolutely loved it.
Oh, is that why there were so many trans people there? The soy people turned them trans.
Exactly, yeah. Soy boys.
The best small towns that I've
everybody-
been to are on reservations because that's the only place that I can walk around and feel okay. Most of the small towns in anywhere are white.
Yep.
And you might as well be a sundown town when
Yeah.
you're visibly not white.
There are some downtowns in Oklahoma to this day, and I'm sure
Yeah,
probably other places.
there's a lot of like beautiful places up where Shaban lives that I want to go visit, but I'm not.
There are places in Oklahoma where I would love to live if there were no people there. And the
There's a town in Pennsylvania where you could live where there's no people because it's on fire.
Centralia.
reminds me of Lake Erie and the river catching on fire. In
In this case, it was a coal mine that caught on fire.
Oh, yeah.
73 or 74, something like that. They had so much pollution there. It was a spark from
Oh,
a
yeah.
train crash.
Oh, not the Colorado, the Ohio,
Cuyahoga.
the one in Cincinnati
Cuyahoga.
has caught fire several times.
Yeah, the Cuyahoga River, yeah. Isaiah, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to like places like Montana and whatnot, but I'm like,
What do you think about
There's
Christmas?
a lot of places you'd be the only black guy there.
Right.
yeah, that's
What do
one
you
of the-
think about Christmas as a secular thing, Isaiah?
I mean, to be fair, most people don't know anything about Christmas anyway.
Right.
They say it's where Jesus was born, but that's most people don't know anything.
Because we have Christmas Town.
Oh.
So I mean,
I could spend $5,000 there and not get enough.
I'm I'm a secular guy. I don't really believe in a higher power, but it's mostly just a capitalist holiday.
Right, right.
Yeah.
We also have
One of my
Hell,
bus
Michigan.
driver's sons lives in a place called North Pole, Alaska. And when
Okay.
Christmas time comes, the whole town goes all out.
I'm sure, yeah.
Oh, that's probably awesome as well too. I haven't been to like a small town or live. I only lived in like the suburbs that I like currently live in as well too. In fact, actually, I didn't move that far from the suburb that I grew up on in as well too, because like in the suburb of Kent is just across the street from like where I live. I just live on the other side of like 272nd and Federal Way, so it's just like the only small town I visited was like the small town my mom grew up in like Michigan on the border between Michigan and Wisconsin called Norway. She always jokes that she's from Norway, just Norway, not include the Michigan part. And it's like, oh wow, your accent sounds good. Oh yeah, no, it was so hard to learn the language. But again, that's also very close to Minnesota, so because how can you tell? Yeah, don't you know, you betcha.
There's a really good video. I can't remember the guy's name and get it, but he's how to speak Minnesotan, and it's hilarious.
Oh, I don't want to be a bother.
Like he's sitting there and you know he's watching TV apparently supposedly, and he goes, "Han, the Vikings just won a game. We're going to Super Bowl this year."
Oh, jeez.
Oh, don't you know?
Cold enough for you? Cold enough I have literally in Minnesota. I've never done it in Michigan, but I've literally in Minnesota done the trick where you take a glass cup. Okay, don't use metal. Don't use anything else. For some people, but you take a glass cup, fill it up with hot water, put it in the microwave for 4 minutes, where that shit is bubbling. Take it outside and throw up in the air in the winter, and just instantly.
Snow comes down.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna head out. I have shit I have to do, and I have.
And it is 3:30, so we need to stop anyway.
Okay.
So, all my shit is on the House of Hunter. House of Hunter. The
House of Hunter?
HouseOfHunter.com. And my Facebook page, my main one anyway, is the Politics of the Turtle. And that's
Politics O the Turtle.
Oh, the Turtle. Yes, excuse me. Politics O the Turtle. Because they wouldn't let me call it Politics of the Turtle. They wouldn't let me make a new page, even. So I had to switch one around that I had that was kind of like almost in exile. I hadn't used it in a long time, but I managed to get it up and running. I have stickers and T-shirts and books, and I also have a mutual aid thing. I think Phoenix is on there.
Yep, Phoenix is on there now.
Phoenix is on there. Joey's on there. My friend Katie's on there, and there's somebody else too. I can't remember. Joanna. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I don't have a great reach, but if you want to be on there, at least once a day I try to post the link to that specific page. Okay. That shows all the people from mutual aid. So give me a shout out, or just holler at Politics of the Turtle. You can come there, and once a day, I don't care what the reason is. I don't care if it's because you need more cyborg weasels, or you need an operation, or you're struggling, or whatever. Especially if you're struggling, just come and post it on my page. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care at all. And I'm done.
Hey, Joey, you have your Patreon.
I do have my Patreon, and I need people to think of questions that they want answered about Lakota culture, or well, anything that I can actually personally answer.
I have a question.
What's
for
the
you.
worst movie starring a Native American?
The worst one?
Yeah.
Can I name a white guy and say it's
I was
Dustin
just thinking of
Hoffman?
3 of them.
Go ahead.
You can say Last of the Mohicans. Or Joe Dirt.
Honest.
I was going to say the little big man character.
There you go. Yeah. I have a question for you, Joey. If a spaceship lands in your backyard, okay, how many waffles does it take to wallpaper doghouse? True or false?
What's the difference between a potato?
Right. How much is a duck? Isaiah?
Yeah. What do you have to promote, Isaiah? Or what do you want to promote, Isaiah?
Well, nothing.
What you working on now?
Well, I'm still working on my spacesuit back there. I'm gonna take some pictures of it tomorrow with a friend of mine.
Nice.
And I'm going to hopefully sell my first item to someone next month.
Nice.
Or end of this month, maybe. I don't know yet. I'm still trying to get the ins and outs of this.
Jesus H. Christ. Oh, sorry. A friend of mine just messaged me and told me that he found it's a Diablo 4 thing. legendary escalation sigil called Endless Gates. It does not end. You can just keep going and going and going and going and going. I like the other ones. Each dungeon, however, is successively stronger, but you get what are called mythic pranksters. At the end of it, they're the top of the game. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes. I didn't know you were Northern Merchant. Wow. Who'd have thought? And I am Summer and a Geek. Summer Geek on all the places, and like including Twitter, where it's like I had to delete a tweet because I said, "In good news, Scott Adams is dead." Apparently, that was aggressive or harassing or like violent. I swore too.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, I agree. I just posted another thing about like Scott Adams being dead as well too, and they haven't deleted that one. But I will also be streaming on Twitch and YouTube after I get off this call, streaming Stardew Valley. I to talk about the liberals that block me on like siege like Escaway and what I feel about that and what I'm going to do about that as well too. So that's what I'm.
Rush Limbaugh's still dead.
And yes, Rush Limbaugh's still dead. Henry Kissinger.
Pat Robertson is still dead, and now Scott Evans is dead.
Jerry Falwell.
Yes.
No, Ted Haggard's not dead yet, unfortunately.
Ted
I'll
Haggard is
mention
completely
Charlie
heterosexual. Ted Haggard is completely heterosexual. Ted
But, no,
Haggard is completely heterosexual.
I
Glory,
did
how
hear
they
that
blew
Charlie, I
ya.
did hear that Charlie Kirk had a little bit of a
Spontaneous neck rupture.
and a little bit of regret at the end of his life because he definitely leaned left.
Oh, and John Brockman, do you have anything you want to promote as well too?
Just Dungeons and Debacles. We might even play tonight.
Yay! D&D! Alright, don't forget the charity links page. There's links in there in charity links page for Joey, as well as Phoenix, as well as like others, like similar to like Shabano's Connor's like Mutual Aid sort of thing too. If you have any extra cash, then like you can help out. You can help out people in like charity links page and share that around. Don't forget to take care of yourselves as well too.
Yep,
So,
self-care is revolution.
Peace.
Hydrate and medicate.
Bye everyone.
Bye, everybody.